Hello, hello. Welcome back to Real Talk. With me is a very, very, very special guest joining us for this segment, Abbas.
Still on, guys.
What's going on, Abbas? And always, Mr. Solo.
What's wrong with you?
Nah,
Yeah,
nothing. I'm good.
What was that?
I'm good, I'm good.
What was that?
Nothing.
No, what was that?
Nah, let's just
Explain yourself.
Look, instead of me going through the
friction.
whole thing, guys, just watch the previous video. All right, previous video about the whole.
Are you still
VR
upset?
thing. No,
I
I'm good.
think we need to resolve this. Just
No,
before we
no,
go
let's
to
go.
the
No,
next topic.
I'm all good. I'm
Let's
happy.
just-
Could
let's
you
just
get a
move
handshake?
on.
What was
Could you just
that?
get a handshake?
Let's just move on.
Nah,
We're
nah,
already
what was
shaking
that?
hands. It's
Nah,
all good.
what was
I haven't
that?
seen
Nah, I
that
didn't
It's all
shake hands,
good.
bro. I know what you're talking about.
This is a Jalen Rose.
No one can
Skip
say
Bayless
anything.
type thing. It's all good.
Who's
Yeah,
Jalen
it's
Rose?
I'm Jalen here. You're Skip Bayless. Whatever. Anyways,
Did they ever have a show, cuz? Jalen Rose and Skip
I had
Bayless?
drama on first take. Remember the whole thing? Pistol Pete. Yeah. it was
Are you
really
Jalen
good.
Rose?
I'm Jalen Rose.
Thank God.
100%. Here we go. All right, let's get into some game previews for this weekend's Premier League. We've had a week off now because international break. Let's get into it, boys. Big game of the weekend. I say big game. I don't know if it is, but big game. Manchester City versus Chelsea. Abbas, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, City, I think are very dangerous at the moment. You know, they're 9 points behind Liverpool at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
so they're going to be looking to come out hard. Pep is very angry from last week's performance or the performance from the referees last week. So, yeah, I think
Two.
Yeah, and he did you see him after the game? Coming
wasn't
up to the
Yeah.
referees and just saying thank you for
It's
everything.
no sarcastic, guys.
That wasn't sarcastic. It wasn't. What are you on about?
But yeah, they were pretty weak penalty claims, to be honest.
Just to give you some background, guys, Abbas is a Liverpool fan. So just take that with a grain of salt.
I've got a Henderson jersey on right now, Champions captain for the Champions League winning team. But yeah, so yeah, look, Chelsea have been playing good, but Man City are very hungry
Yeah,
at the
no.
moment.
You don't give him a chance?
Nah, of course you've got to give them a chance. You know, Chelsea have been playing great this season, but Man City with their firepower, we all know on their day they're one of the best teams in the Premier League. So it all depends on how Man City turn up on that day, but you know they're like a wounded animal right now. So that's probably the dangerous they're going to be all season this weekend. And you know, hopefully as a Liverpool fan, hopefully Chelsea can show up because I'm not afraid of Chelsea, to be honest, even though they're closer to us. But look, it's going to be a good game. What time is it? Like 4:30, isn't it?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
what
The
a
times-
time. 4:30
The
a.m.
times have been ridiculous this season.
4:30 a.m.
As
here. I
Australian
see it
fans.
right now on a Sunday morning. That's great.
It's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
What about you, Mr. Solo? What do you think?
Yeah, same thing as Abbas. I think you can see City going on a run now because, you know, they're really pissed, like he
Mhm.
said. And, you know, Pep is not going to accept anything less than a victory here at home, especially. So,
He's good at that, Pep. He's good at rolling up his...
yeah,
You know,
the
he's
players
taking
know. They're not stupid. Like,
Yeah.
they know what is expected. They tried their best against Liverpool. Don't get it twisted. The scoreline was pretty bad, but,
No,
you know,
well.
they played
They played
well.
very well at Anfield. Yeah, very well.
Yeah, it was a handball, was it?
No.
Was that a handball?
Bernardo Silva's hand deflected onto
Oh my God.
Trent Alexander.
Hey,
Look,
bro,
anyways,
it's
we had a
a
video on it.
non-biased view
Yeah,
here.
We had a video on it.
No, I mean, look, I wasn't here last week. Obviously, you know, no one could stick up for Liverpool last week, so I'm just going to put in my little 2 cents for that.
I had to bring it up.
Yeah, look, if we just ignore the fact that we're not going to ignore the fact that Bernardo Silva handballed it. Let's say he didn't touch Trent Alexander-Arnold and it fell to Sterling. According to the rules, it would have been a no goal because it came off Bernardo Silva's hand and led to a goal. So really, the penalty was never going to be called.
It's a penalty. All day, every day.
Yeah, Unai Emery, bro. Let's keep him there.
Now, look, you guys giving Chelsea a chance. I give Chelsea absolute zero chance in this game.
Well, look, for me,
They're not good enough to even lace up Man City's boots right now. They're a good team. Don't get me wrong. Man City's class above at the moment. And I
So
think
they've
they'll-
done nothing that excites
They're
you.
a good
Nothing.
team.
that-
They're a
who
good
was
young
it?
team.
Watford that beat Man City?
They're a good young team.
No, it wasn't Watford. It was
Wolves?
Norwich. Well, Norwich and Wolves.
Norwich?
And
Norwich.
Wolves, yeah.
So Norwich can pull one over Man City, but you don't think...
You don't believe in
Arsenal
Chelsea?
Norwich could pull
Oh,
it one over
Chelsea,
Man
sorry.
City. Man City that's not unsuspecting Man City. Yes, they can. Any team can. Any team can be any team. Why I say zero? As like I said, this will be a different. Like you guys said, this will be a different Man City animal now coming out the gates.
but for me...
They're going to be rolled up. They're going to be ready to go. Chelsea look as good as they are, and they're very, very good. They're going to come out hot and heavy as well at the gates. But I just think at the end of the day, the quality is too much up front
Yeah.
for Chelsea defenders, and I think they'll take away the win.
I think a lot of the success from Man City over the last, I'd say, year and a half, 2 years has been De Bruyne. De Bruyne, when he's on, Man City are five goals ahead in nearly every game. So
By half time.
Yeah, by half. Oh, well, he's ridiculous.
Very
I
good
mean,
player.
there's not many players that I've wished injuries upon as a Liverpool fan, but De Bruyne is one because he literally can win you the title himself
Yeah.
just with his ability. And yeah, I think if he's on the Sunday morning at 4:30 a.m. if he's on, then Chelsea are going to find it very very hard.
What if Chelsea pull off a draw? Does that not?
Tammy Abraham.
Well,
is
that'd
very
be
ridiculous.
massive. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah, but
awesome.
does that change your mind about them?
Yeah.
Because you're just saying they can't even lace
Yeah.
their boots.
No, it would definitely. Because again, I
But
think
you can't say it's 0%, Zach.
of course it's not 0%. I'm just saying that for it's a hyperbole. But of course, every team's got a chance because every team. I just think, like I said, different animal. With
I'm saying, but it will change your whole view, change a lot of people's view on Chelsea.
100%. That's awesome. What they do. All right, let's move on. We got a few teams to get through.
Don't do every game. Not every game.
What about
I don't care about Aston Villa, Newcastle. Come on, man.
what about the
Watford, Burnley? Come on, man.
What about the dive derby? Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. We got Mane on one side, Zaha on the other side.
You really?
Who's gonna dive first, guys?
Oh yeah, you didn't trying to bait him here. You're not trying to.
No, I'm joking.
You're not trick, right?
I'm not.
You know he believes that.
I'm not.
We've
No, I
conquered
He believes
all
that.
I love Zaha, I love
Europe.
Mane.
You're a liar.
We're never gonna stop.
You asked for it.
Nah, you're gonna believe us. Yeah.
Look,
Nah,
man,
what do you
it's
guys
early.
think about that? Crystal Palace Liverpool.
Look, man, I'll tell you something about Liverpool, right? As a Liverpool fan, I'm happy that we're, in games that we don't look like we should win or even get a result, we're getting results and we're actually winning games, right?
Champions mentality.
But I heard you guys say that last week, but there's something that I feel like hasn't been addressed. These games that happen like this, like if you look at Sir Alex Ferguson and you look at all the stuff that happened like this where, games that they shouldn't have won and then they did in the last 5 minutes, 10 minutes and they've come back and actually won the game. The next week, they'll be dominant against the teams and against other teams. Like these games are not every single week kind of things, right? Liverpool over the last 6 weeks have not been convincing. We've had to pull a lot of those performances out of the hat. And as a Liverpool fan, that worries me because, I mean, it doesn't really, in the sense that it is still early in the season. The further we get into the season, the further the team's going to gel and further, we're going to become better and better and put better performances. But I'm telling you, if we don't start with Crystal Palace this week, if we don't show a dominant performance and show that we can, pretty much saying, look, to the rest of the teams at the comp, come and catch us. If we don't show that kind of performance this week, we're in trouble because I think teams like Chelsea and City, maybe even Leicester, will start closing the gap in December. And I wouldn't be surprised if we keep playing like we've been playing the last 6 weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if the gap's closed by 4 points by the time we get to Christmas.
Are you sure you're a Liverpool fan?
Look, I am because
Are you sure, cuz? Because that's very, very humbling.
well,
you're trying to concede the
you got-
defeat already.
You gotta remember that I've been in this situation a lot of times. We've been on the top of the ladder a lot of times, and we've always
Come
fallen.
on,
So,
come on.
Come
on, Abbas. Hey, the title race is over.
We've
Come on,
conquered
bro.
all of you.
Look at him. He's come on. I told you, bro. He's going. That's a good take, but
It's a very good.
it's a good take.
Solomon.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game at Crystal Palace. I don't know if they're going to show up or not.
Mm-hmm.
They went on a good run early in the year, didn't they? And now they've dived.
Crystal Palace. Yeah.
They're very
it depends who
inconsistent.
shows up.
But usually at home they're pretty tough. So,
Definitely.
but to be honest, I go with that take about Ferguson, that era. You can see Liverpool getting away with it. They're in that mood right now. It always happens. Yeah, that's it.
But the thing is that the one thing I'm worried about is we will get up 1-0. Like early in the season, we'd get up 1-0 in a game, and then it'll turn it to 2-3, and by halftime it's 3-0, and we're like, yep, we're cruising. Last 6 weeks, if we got up 1-0, I can probably in the last 6 weeks we've played about maybe 10 games. About 6 of those games they've equalised, and we've had to pull something out of our hat in the last.
They've got a tough run.
Last 2
I
months.
can't remember exactly how many games in 16 days or something, but it's a ridiculous amount.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Like
yeah.
you're gonna use up the whole squad, like no doubt. So probably the most Probably the most feared thing for you guys is maybe injuries happening because he's
Well-
playing so many games in such a small space of time.
Well, Klopp's done well in the sense of the midfielders. He's rotating Lallana. Even though Lallana's been injured a lot, but Lallana's coming in. He's putting in a good shift every here and there. He's not obviously reliable against big teams, but yeah, he's done well with the midfielders. I see a big worry for our front three if any of those get big injuries.
Salah's a bit doubtful.
Salah's a bit crook, so I think Origi might play this week, or maybe he might put Chamberlain on the wing. But if we get any big injuries, apparently I don't know if anyone saw. I don't believe it because I'm a Liverpool fan, but apparently Liverpool are going for Mbappe in January transfer window.
Yeah, bro. That
Um,
guy's going to Real Madrid. He's not coming to Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Nah, you never know. Oh, you never know.
You never
Six
know.
times.
Why
Six
would you go
times.
to Real Madrid? True,
Six
they
times.
suck.
It's his dream. He's not coming to Liverpool.
What dream?
What
Maybe
dream to
he's
finish
30.
fifth?
The
Nah,
guy dreamed
it's
to
his
play for
dream.
Leon, bro. Are you serious?
He's going to Real Madrid. Don't even mention Premier League.
Well, but do you think Liverpool should go into the transfer market in January?
I think.
You
in
think
the
he will?
Who?
Klopp, you think he'll go in there?
Well, the thing is, the report I heard was that they were going for Mbappe. Obviously, I don't believe.
Not in January.
No, I don't think we'd get
Come on,
him
man.
any time because we don't need a high.
Maybe
caliber player
Defoe.
Like that
Maybe
at the
Jermaine
time.
Defoe from 5th League.
Nah, man, we'll just get Pepe from Arsenal.
Maybe
He probably wants-
Ibrahimovic.
He probably
Why
wants
not?
to
He's a
win.
great player.
He probably wants to win.
Yeah, I think Pepe is going. You can get Aubameyang actually, man. I don't think he wants to be there.
Aubameyang
Straight
and
up.
Klopp have history, don't they?
Yeah, they love
Yeah,
each
they
other.
do.
Wow.
Best mates.
But yeah, look, from the reports I heard, we didn't spend anything in the off season, and that is, if you can believe the journalist, that's suggesting that we're going to be spending some money in a January transfer window, and I think we should be getting some, not great but decent wingers, like Shaqiri. Where's Shaqiri go?
I don't know.
Who's
We talked
fallen out
about
of
it, didn't we?
favour.
We're like, where the hell did he go?
He's fallen out of favour, yeah. I'm not sure why.
yeah, but he's not
But
even
he
on.
has.
He's not even on the bench.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we need somebody like in a Shaqiri caliber player, like somebody who's not good enough for the first team at Liverpool, but who's good enough to.
Someone who was like a star for like a
Yeah.
low-level Premier League
It's not
club
like
in the
Chamberlain.
past.
Chamberlain's the perfect guy. He comes in, does the job.
Yeah.
But Chamberlain's playing really good centre mid, man. You don't want to change him.
Then I'm saying
No,
a
someone
player
like
him.
that. Someone
Player
like that.
you can bring on as an impact. Yeah, good talk. Hey guys, thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, make sure to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment down below to let us know your thoughts. And until next time, take care.